We like to build up all the anticipation.
Wait for it.
Let's say hypothetically that I don't know anything about fly fishing.
Yeah, right?
It was like this instant 8-way man crush.
I'm on the fence.
The time we've been doing this podcast, I've never seen Uncle Buck perk up his butt. It's dolphin procreation. Like you just flipped up out of your chair.
Yeah, he just blew out his blowhole.
What are you talking about?
And that's pretty much my dream coming true is to actually meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm the humblest guy I know.
Humble. Work and do trade shows in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You meet some pretty wild guys.
You blew it!
I'm the worst PR person ever. Fire me.
Hey guys, welcome once again. You're with the Rutten River Pursuits podcast. You're in the current.
You're in the current.
The current. Exciting night tonight.
Get swept up in it.
It's almost Christmas Eve for the outdoorsmen. Like almost. We're 36 hours away from the biggest show on earth, hunting and fishing and outdoors. And anybody who is who will be there. And
should be there.
Speaking of that, people who are here. We're going to go the opposite way tonight because I have a special friend with me, and sitting next to him is an old-time friend. So I'm Catfish.
Tyler
Dunn.
Tyler Dunn from Canada.
Tyler Dunn.
In the house.
Pro fisherman from Ontario. Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys. Get you some.
Hey.
Our favorite captain's with us.
Hello, guys.
Who's that?
Marc Spagnoia.
Nice.
Yeah, he's from the Dusk to Dawn Outfitters.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Editor.
I'm Will.
I'm Steve. I'm Kyle.
I don't know if anybody has actually listened to our podcast to know that the Great American Outdoor Show is our favorite time of the year, where we guerrilla style run around and try to talk to lots of different people excited about their products, their guide business, whatever they have
Their
to offer.
friendship.
And it is 9 days of grind, go, but we love it. And it is literally right around the corner. Starts this Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl.
Yep. What Super Bowl?
Yeah.
We'll be Super Bowl, Steve. We're podcasting.
So Sunday, real quick, the Super Bowl Sunday is supposed to have horrible weather, mixed rain, snow, sleet, ice, hell coming down, all this stuff. So if you go to the show on Sunday, you may skip who's not going to be there. Slow people.
Slow people.
They're the worst.
I just don't think there's going to be as big a crowd Sunday as maybe the rest of the show. So
Should I mean I don't want to derail anything.
Too late.
Should we say that Ryan and DK are here too?
Is Ryan and DK here?
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hi.
This is Dave.
We're your live studio audience.
Perfect.
Applause. We'll get you guys on here in a little bit. I promise.
I'm excited to actually have Marc here, Captain Marc and Tyler. Both of these guys will be at their own separate booths this year.
It's a long time coming. Captain Marc should have been in the studio
long time
I was never
ago.
really invited.
The heck? What the hang?
I don't think we did a live podcast from Marc's Bowfishing boat.
Well, you have to come out first.
It's on the books. I've been on your boat. Remember I had a short beard and short britches back then? And I got to actually shoot a stingray. Yes. And it was a great time. We had a day on Marc's boat that the water was just slightly, I mean, not choppy, but just enough of a wave that you could still see them. But the lighting was perfect because they looked like brown carpets flying everywhere. And I can honestly say, as an old proficient archer, I had to relearn everything. And Marc told me, like I shot some carp from the bank before this, but Marc actually showed me how to get on the aiming process of these giants.
You brained him.
Yeah. And we had a blast. It was a great time. I can't wait to do it again this summer. I'm only allowed to go if my boss tells me I can. I mean, last time we went down, Will's like, hey, come on. You're getting married. We're going to go kill stingrays.
It's a good excuse.
It was.
Yeah.
You can only go Wednesdays, though, right?
We can only go on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Works out.
Got Ruger on Saturdays.
I can't get called like the night before. Hey, drive 3 hours and go to
The
spot.
weather was going to be good.
I got a new truck,
weather's
so
gonna
we can
be
go
good.
3 hours now.
Let's do it.
I got it.
So, no promises, but I'd like to try and get on your boat.
Yeah, we only got 3.5, 4 months to do it.
I want to do the live podcast like we did in Soda
Yeah,
Point
right.
because that's really high. Like that's high energy.
Lots of people dig that.
I'm not
we
saying
got a lot
that
of
you
great
reeling
field,
in
but-
this monster lake trout wasn't high energy, but it was mostly your high energy where
Yeah.
there's like 4 guys shooting at once. That would be the only problem I can see with that is lots of lines going out plus the headset lines.
It's gonna be magical.
But
Do
Captain
we
Mark,
really need the headsets? Is this
Yes.
a must?
Yes.
yeah, you're really good at untangling things. So
Yeah,
Mark
Had
lives
some
for the
practice.
tangle.
I've had some practice.
you do have a lot of patience, and you make it a fun time. So I would
are you going to be in the outfitter hole?
Yes, 61-22. Pretty much on the end towards the. I don't even know what end that is. If you're coming in off of Clay Street, it'd be to your left.
to your left.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get down there and see Captain Mark. You can book a trip right from the show. You got your date book with you.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah, buddy.
Trying to get it done.
How long have you been going to the show? How many years?
The only year
Quite a
that I
few,
haven't
right?
done in the last is the one that they shut down when Reed had it, and
Right.
you know everybody had controversy.
The Europeans.
Yep.
Yep.
So I did it
4 or 5 years
two
back, something like
years
that.
prior to that.
I remember that.
Was up there, and then
That was
missed
the first year we were supposed to get press passes. And, yeah.
You know what survived? The crab cakes are still there. They were there
Sweet,
before.
sweet
They're,
Are they really crab cakes?
they're not
Yes.
real crab cakes, but they taste like
Real crab
heaven.
cakes.
Tastes like
they
crab.
taste like heaven
There's
on
crab
a
in
cheap
them.
hamburger
Really?
bun.
Do you really know that there's crab in them?
There's a small percent of crab
Some
that
type
may
of
be in
seafood.
them.
I usually get a shell like stuck in
Yeah.
my gums in between the
crab
I'm sure
shells in
that's
them.
Crab shells.
crushed shells.
So it's the cheapest hamburger bun you can find with a 10% giant jumbo crab cake, 10% crab on. It tastes so good,
Oh,
and they
it-
wrap it in foil, and I
it's-
run around the show and just brag that I can have 2 of them.
It's all kill and no fill.
Yeah, you put enough cocktail sauce and tartar sauce on anything, it tastes
Oh,
good.
it's
Absolutely.
magical. And
You
then
think tartar's the trick? You like tartar?
Either one.
I think after like you eat one, like your neck starts throbbing because it's so
Your blood
salty.
pressure?
Yeah, blood pressure.
I'm gonna
Like,
have meatballs in my. booth.
Are you?
Are you selling them to podcasters?
I will give
or-
you one.
Thank
No
you.
kidding.
Yes.
It's got.
Look
it's,
at you getting the inside.
Hey,
Nice.
me and Mark have an understanding.
Are these the same meatballs that you give out, the meatball sandwiches on your
on the
waterfowl?
duck butt.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a great idea.
I
It's
heard about
Mama
these.
Spagnola's recipe.
I'm not gonna
Mama
give them out to
Spagnoia.
everybody, but that's what I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna.
So you bring like one sandwich
So,
for
like-
yourself?
Yes.
You got the setup too. Like you get what do you rock the can cooker?
Rock the can cooker. I may go to a crock pot this year just
Really?
so I don't have to have an open flame. I can really see some, stuff getting wild. But I mean, they actually allow the can cooker booth. They sell them up there. So
Yeah.
it's actually is a good system.
Yeah. Well, I can't complain. Those meats and balls. Mama Spagnola's.
Mama Spagnoia.
And people are going to be able to come to your booth. Will they be able to get literature and find out about your waterfowl business
Yes,
as well?
absolutely.
Good deal.
So from a vendor standpoint, you've been going there for several years now. And you've gone to shows as a consumer before, obviously. How different is that from you being there for 9 days straight versus someone that what's going through your mind?
I mean, we got to be on that end
Yeah.
to be on the other end. I feel even some guys are up there that are already booked for next year, but they go up because their clients want to see them up there. So it's just something that you got to do. It's a long show.
It's brutal, I
Yeah,
bet.
it
right?
is. The biggest thing is you got to be excited about talking about the same thing and answering the same questions every time somebody comes up to you. And I don't mind it. I mean, because that's how I make my.
But it is like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same repetitious
Yeah.
thing for 9 days. Or
Is that
8
the
days.
thing that killed Steve Irwin?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, it's,
The Atlantic
Those bar-
Stingray, whatever.
those barbs.
Cow nose.
Yeah, the
You
bar-
had to go there, didn't you?
I did.
I did.
I couldn't help it.
but yeah,
Tyler's in a similar situation. Are you booking?
I'm here promoting fishing in Ontario.
Okay.
I'm here to promote all the lodges all through Ontario.
So just fishing Ontario in
I'm
general.
here to promote the 1,600 different lodges we have in Ontario, the 400,000 different
Whoa.
rivers and
Wow.
lakes and streams, and not just myself personally. I'm here to promote the whole problem.
And this
Have you done the show before?
Yeah, I was there
Yeah.
last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is Tyler Dunn, guys, a Canadian fishing guide. If you haven't caught
Canadian
on to
fishing
that.
god.
The Tyler
I,
Dunn.
I said God, did I? So yeah, it's 3 hours to go see Captain Marc. It's more like 30 to go see Tyler Dunn.
But yeah, Tyler, they already have you booked. How is that? I mean, they must really like you because they got you guys booked.
We do some special things up in Canada
Yeah, I
for
bet.
boys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys.
That's good.
No, we're about 12.
Yeah.
12, 13 from here to our border.
Yeah, it's like
Tyler, I can't even get him to come 3.
it's another 10 to
You gotta
Nipigon.
lie to them, Mark. You gotta lie to them.
Mark, the issue is Tyler's got the long locks of love. And
I got you.
You're too clean cut for
I used to
us.
sport a mullet.
I'm even growing mine just for it.
Oh, I can see that.
We'll say, we say, make sure you get a haircut, for the ATA. No. Great American Outdoors. No. Although, you know what? After the first day up there, it is so hot in that building that I'll be shaving my head after that first, because it is hot. It gets hot in that building.
It's mixed. Some days you're freezing, the other days
Yeah.
you did one. It's the air. Like by the second or third day, it's so stagnant. Like
Yeah.
you could, and with all this flu stuff going around,
Farm equipment that was in there.
I'm dreading it this year.
The bull riding competition that Stevie went to last week.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
sure the
awesome.
remnants of that still
But
lingers.
you know what's funny is in between the farm show and the Great American Outdoor Show, they have like the car show. And there's
Yeah.
exotic cars and everything.
Did you go
and
to that?
they bring carpet in and they bring all the brand new cars and all the top car people come in there. And this was just last week. And you can walk around and smell cow while you're looking at brand new cars. And it's just, they don't plan that out.
No.
very
That's not the new car smell?
Yeah, it's not the new. In Pennsylvania, it might be.
yeah, that's our new car smell. So, what advice could you give to someone the first time going to the show? Someone wants to. We'll ask both of you guys. If someone's looking to book a guided, we'll go with a fishing guide. What advice would you give to someone? Where do they start?
Do your start is walk around, do your research, talk to the outfitters that are in the hall, go home and go on your computer. Do your web research, look for reviews, look for past clients that have been there, look for anything on the internet that people have.
So you guys you're not high pressure book now, book now, book now, book now.
No, not at all.
You have
I think that was the mentality years before the internet was big.
Yeah.
Now people come to the show, they do their due diligence, they walk around, get their flyers, they go home, log on their computers, check everything out, then they book. That's kind of the way we've been finding it the last few years up with our Canadian trips anyway.
Yeah. Same with you, Mark.
Yeah, biggest thing with guides, there's so many good guides out there. There's a wide range. It seems like there's more and more popping up all the time. There are some bad ones out there. I hear horror stories all the time. Usually you can find bad reviews, if there are any, fairly easy. I mean, it's Google will let you know just about anything there is to know these days.
Yeah.
But everybody, go check them out. Definitely do your research.
Ask questions.
Yeah. Ask for references, but pretty much everything is, I would agree, is online.
Online,
versus, like he said, years ago where the internet wasn't that big and only a certain amount of people had it.
Yeah.
Now it's, everybody's got it on their phone.
And there's a ton of guys there too that I think it goes back and forth. It depends on if you're selling something or a guide. I did talk to an elk guide last year that said he books his entire year there, and that's the only reason he comes.
No kidding.
And then I talked to a black bear guy from Maine that said he maybe only do like 2 bookings, 3 the whole week, but same thing. They get online later and book through them. So I don't really think that I think that it's better for some than others actually booking at the show. I mean, I'm not a guide, I don't know, but talking to them all, I think that what really is great at the Great American Outdoor Show, if you're selling food, backpack,
Peg leg.
but like if you have something for under $100, there's guys that only come to the show one day. They got a pocket full of cash and they want to buy something.
Yeah.
So the guys that are selling smaller stuff seem to clean up pretty good.
That's true.
I'm going to have some cool product in the booth this year, something cool that I've been using for the last summer, and it's pretty wild. I think you guys have seen it on Facebook and some of my Instagram photos, but the guillotine, I'm going to have.
That broadhead.
It's the big spear that I.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of them in the booth. So if you guys want them, stop by, check them out. They're heavy duty stuff. We're going to sell them for $150.
Nice.
That's an awesome finisher.
Yeah,
and for a follow up shot, a lot of these stingrays. If you follow us, we've talked ad nauseum about some of our stingray trips, and we take this time, and these rays are actually kind of big, so you're gonna need more than one arrow in these big rays. So I took notice to the one video, and you had the spear as a backup, follow up shot when they're ready to boat.
Yeah,
it's epic.
Yeah, I used to get down and gaff them, and sometimes we had to play with them a little bit more. But now, it saved me some time because I could be up on my podium, and pretty much if the guys miss them for the second arrow, I can pretty much sit there and dart it. I still miss occasionally, but that way we got it in. Yep, just throw
javelin them.
Yep,
no kidding.
But I'll have them in the booth, and I don't know if you guys are selling anything or you just promoting.
Well, yeah, per promoting here. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Catfish, you bring up a good point too. That's I
don't remember what I say
about guys wanting
remember
to
that
just
good point.
Come to the outdoor show and they want to buy something. That's the beauty of it. You have the guides where you can go and do your research, and you can either book the trip after you've done your research, or if you've been going there for years and you know what you want to do, or you can test out the guides. But you can also get some really good deals on a lot of consumer products. I mean, I know usually like Lancaster Archery and a lot of the bigger brands are out there, and usually there's some good deals to be had there. And you can even check out the guns in the NRA hall.
I mean, I remember science class back in the day, whenever they had these really cool ass magnets that you sat on the table and you sat them here and you pushed them real slow together, and all of a sudden there's like snap, they snap together.
Yeah.
When I walk into that place every year, it's like that. I can hear off to my right. I can hear off to my right the goose calling hall, and I'm
you
like,
and Tyler Dunn.
that's this year. Snap. Yeah, it's closer and closer, and then I get to the hall, and there's every waterfowl caller in there blowing every.
You got to
duck
meet
and
this
goose
guy.
call. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I like goose calls. I might have. When I emptied out the truck last week, I emptied out the old truck last week, and I think I found 3 of the goose calls that I've been missing.
Yeah.
Underneath lots of other.
Oh, you
stuff.
had to do that. Yeah, you had to clean out your
40 some shotgun shells that I found laying around.
Mobile sports shop.
What else are we excited for about the show? I already think I mentioned the crab cakes, but I'll probably mention it again before it shows up.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
The Outfitter Hall itself, even if you're not looking to book a hunt, just walking around the Outfitter Hall, if you like taxidermy, it's eye candy, like to walk around and see some of the most beautiful mounts. And there's taxidermists there that are top notch, that have some of the most beautiful mounts
all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
Yeah, and to your point, like it's row after row after row, aisle after aisle. It's overwhelming. And say you do want to book a hunt, you're looking into something. You can really get a lot of quality research done, but at the same time, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, right? It's overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's so many bear guides. There's so many.
You almost have to have a region narrowed down where you want to go and what you want to hunt
Price
for.
range.
Well, some guys that are serious about showing up there to hunt, they already kind of know what state they want to do. They already know what animal they want to do. So they're going to look at outfitters that they probably already looked at online, but now they want to meet that guy. So now it's between that guy, the consumer, and the guide itself to kind of hit it off. This is a make or break, time between the two that, man, that guy was a schmuck. I'm not going out there. Or, man, that guy sounds really awesome. Let's roll and, let's just give him a deposit.
Yeah, that guy was on a podcast.
And I heard him. That goes vice versa.
That guy knows there are 2 guys.
This might be like a question you don't want to answer as a guide, but do you ever get, and I know this is probably a tough question to answer, do you ever get a guy that comes up to you that you go, I'm not so sure I want that guy on my boat for an entire day.
I had 2 of those guys this year.
Okay, I'm just saying. Just meeting a personality going, wow, that's going to be a long day.
But you know what? That's like any business.
Yeah.
It's the way of the world, right? So you just take it in stride. It's a long day, but it's like X-ray technician. You
You're
get
like-
a long day of work and you get through it. It's
Yeah,
just-
there's some
it's-
people that I
you
don't
treat
want to
them the
X-ray.
same. It's
And then I've met some people that don't need X-rays that I'd like to take outside and like, dude, now you need an X-ray.
Now you need
Now
one.
you need an X-ray.
those are the ones you treat extra nice,
Yeah.
and you really cater them. And
So
And
Canadian.
I hate to call people like tire kickers, but at this show, because it is so massive, I'm sure as a guide, you have a lot of people come up to the booth, take a lot of your time up that they know that they're never coming out with you anyhow.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, you get those and the emails and the phone calls.
we do it to Marc every year.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are you're so great, Mark. I can't wait to get out on your boat this year. It's so awesome. Can I keep my backpack here? Yeah.
I can tell right away, pretty much. If someone emails me and they're pretty, just not pretty vague on what they want and what they want to do, they're more looking for information on the area and where to stay and where to go. If someone calls me by phone, I know they're 100% serious.
Yeah, they're in.
Yeah. But I book most of my trips through email. Lots of phone calls too, but I can tell almost through the initial email what route we're going to go.
So if the guys that have told you they want to go fishing with you then call you and then invite you to their house to sit in their podcast studio,
I got kidnapped tonight.
Yeah, you think those guys might
Tyler,
actually show
this
up
is
to
going
Canada.
to cost you. This is not like a free bono. This is going to cost you.
It is.
You know what I mean?
6 days of guiding up in
Yeah.
Lake Nipigon. Don't
Oh,
worry.
6.
6 days.
I can't even get them for an afternoon.
So when we do go to Lake Nipigon this June, I think I'm turning, what am I? I think I'm 37 this year.
Yeah.
So
Again,
32.
37 again for the fourth year, third year. You were telling us even earlier outside, like 4 of your biggest fish. Was it 4 species?
I have 5 species in that lake we fish for, and that's where all my biggest fish have come from.
And what are those species that we can target there?
Northern pike, walleye, whitefish, the elusive brook trout, and lake trout.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in the northern part of Lake Nipigon,
We're gonna
Ontario.
We're gonna fish the northern part, which is uncharted,
Can't
no
tell
cell
them where we're
service. It's totally remote. There's caribou out there. There's bears, wolves. There's
caribou
no
there.
people. We'll be about 20 miles out on the lake.
Is there any muskie?
There's no muskie on that lake.
Come on
Up
now,
there.
Ant.
No
Don't be pushing them now.
Just checking.
no muskie on that lake, but that's back home when we head back down.
Yeah.
6 days.
6 days.
We're going to drive him nuts
Oh,
for 6 days.
Are you going?
I got to work.
do you want in, bud?
Mark's tagging along.
No, he's
I
got
got
to
to
work.
I gotta work.
Him, I don't want to hear it. Work for him's like, hey, I'm going to take my shirt off and show you guys.
No taking this shirt off, buddy. No taking this shirt off.
What happened? You put some on.
I love cake.
Stromboli.
Cake. Chocolate chip cookies.
What's
Yeah, back to the tire kickers. Like,
Yeah.
like Tyler said, you pretty much know you got the guys that know more than you, like right off the bat, and then you got guys that are interested because they
got
don't
a
know.
14-foot John boat with some work lights on it.
And a Honda generator.
And very high expectations. Very high.
I was that guy with a 14-foot John boat and some work lights on. So
look
I mean,
at him
you got to
now.
start somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, and I've always helped people out no matter what. And you got to deal with everybody like that's a potential customer
Sure.
because
Totally agree.
it is. It's my
service.
livelihood.
It's a service.
And yeah. So whether or not they're ever gonna, you pretty much know, like Tyler said, you pretty much know right away.
Mm-hmm.
But there just might be that possibility that he could get on your boat. So
Right.
I try and treat everybody with the same kind of respect. Whether they get on my boat or not. And I've never really had too many guys that I couldn't wait to get off. I mean, it's everybody that's on that boat wants to be there.
Yeah.
Like that's the best part of
That's
our
the
job.
best part about it. Everybody that comes out fishing with me, they're so excited to come to Canada, whether they're from the U.S. or from Southern Ontario, come to Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
They're happier.
They want to be there.
They're this is the trip of their life.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's not like going to work
Exactly.
and everybody's miserable and everybody's like, oh man, I can't believe we got to do this today. Like everybody,
They want to be there.
Yeah.
So that is one plus.
How do you answer these questions from guys like that come up to you and go, can you tell me what percentage, what percentage am I going to get a stingray? What percentage am I going to catch a muskie? Like, how do you answer that? Fishing's fishing.
The go ahead, Tyler.
no, guys. This
The worst thing that I have to answer, and I hate answering because I don't have that crystal ball. when's the best time to go?
Right.
You
When the
know?
weather's good.
Yeah, when the weather, when all the
When
stars
I call
align.
you the evening before.
Yeah, well, like when I say, hey, I have an opening tomorrow. It's supposed to be like two.
I get it, yeah.
Wind 2 foot. We're good. But no, it's basically, if you had that crystal ball, because I do 5-hour trips, so I'll do 2 5 hours in a day, or 1 8 hour. So they have the opportunity to do an 8-hour trip or a 5-hour trip, and I'll get guys that come down for 2 5 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
one day and one the next. Yeah, that's a great time.
And I try and
break it
get
up.
guys to come, more than one day, because if we have a bad weather day, it pretty much.
You have to factor in the weather.
Yeah.
I personally, I wouldn't take a fishing or hunting trip if I wouldn't go for less than 3 to 5 days. If you're traveling, you have to. Even our Nipigon trip, we'll be up there for say 6 7 days.
Yeah.
You might get weather for 2 3.
Yeah.
It's part of the deal. But I got stuff up my sleeve for those days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have a plan B, and sometimes
there's
plan B,
C, and D.
Yeah. Well, where I'm at, like depending on the wind, like it's pretty much screwed for plan B.
You're old.
Yeah, like the rivers and stuff, I could see you could hide a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've also had guys come in, for two 5-hour trips one day, and we couldn't get them out either. But yet I had a window of no rain at night. We went out and banged out 8 hours a night, and that's what I charged them for. Yeah. And they were tickled because the trip wasn't a loss. You know what I mean?
I've never been on a night trip. That'd be cool.
I didn't know you did
have
night
to make
trips.
the trip.
I was on a night trip on Captain Marc's boat.
No, I mean for stingrays on the bay at the ocean.
I remember one time on Captain Marc's boat at nighttime that we got the arrows stuck in a log.
Who got the arrow stuck?
I don't know. One of us shot an arrow into an old log shooting at a carp, and I was climbing off the back, kind of trying. And it was when you got it. I think you got your new motor, and I remember Marc saying, "Come on, bud, it's just narrow. You're good." And I was like doing the Van Damme split type of thing, and I was stay on the boat. I guess what I'm getting at, because you can make your guide nervous.
Yeah. He doesn't like when you crawl out on the boat.
But we could get into that another time. But boat fishing on the Susquehanna, 10 years ago was pretty epic. And like we're out on the kayaks now, and we do see carp, but not like we used to.
Oh, it's been hammered.
So if you guys love the bow fish and have been out and been like, man, where's the carp at? Like, the best opportunity to go have a blast is to go stingray hunting. Because we saw way, way, way more stingrays than I shot at. Because I'm not fast enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good at that. I don't think that I'm good at that quick pull up and shoot stuff yet.
Somebody sitting beside you is actually kind of decent. Old snapshot Kyle.
Hey. It's not me.
I'm okay.
Quick shooting.
Oh yeah,
I can shoot a lifesaver off a tick's back.
Don't wait. I was kind of trying to get Sammy and Kyle in the because they'd never been on the boat before, and I'll play backup. There was no backing up Kyle. He's just.
You gotta be quick when you're on the boat with me, my man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been out bow fishing on the river quite a bit, but Marc's. He's got some kind of weird knack to find these carp because the other guys that I've been out with on buddies' boats and things like that with them work lights, we spend most of the night fighting bugs. But, when we go out, now, did I just see on your boat, didn't you tear your lights off? You getting a new setup?
Yeah, man. 16 brand new 70-watt lights.
You'll be able to find them with that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully these.
Tyler, did you ever see his boat?
Nope.
It's like a Ferrari.
Yeah, pretty nice.
It's called La Tigre.
I'm getting a quick text, so I'm going to let David Kyle sit here for a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah.
It was great talking to you guys. If I don't make it back, this text is important.
And Ryan just
Brought
popped
to you
in
by
as well.
Hanover Toyota.
Come and get your truck.
Now.
Yes. So DK and I just got called up to the big leagues.
Yeah, how
we're
about
at
that?
the show.
The dance. You're on the floor, guys. We're talking about the outdoor show and how we're getting ready for that, and just what these guides go through the whole 9 days.
It's got to be a grind.
Yeah.
Yep, it's pretty epic.
And also kind of what people can expect. And, every year you got some people that have been there 10 years in a row, and then you have people making their first trip.
I think I've been going since for a long time, for like over 20 years.
knee high to a whopper
like that
plopper.
was, yeah, exactly. It's always been a thing for Dad and I to go for the day. You know, not necessarily to book a hunt that year. We could look at new products. Now that there's the whole gun haul where you can get your hands on every pistol that's on the market, every shotgun. You can shoulder every shotgun. You know, Dad was in the market for a new waterfowl shotgun, and last year he got to handle everything that's on the market. So that was pretty awesome for him.
What did he get?
Plus, just the family.
Yeah, it's always something for Dad and I to look forward to that we're going to go do. You know, it's definitely an outing for him and I. He ended up getting the Stoker 3500.
Right on.
That's what he shouldered the best. You know, and it hasn't let him down. So good for him. But,
Down in Texas.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, and the cool thing, like you mentioned, David, is like the gun haul, like specifically, those guys aren't there to make a sell. So you can literally waste a minute or up to however long you want, and nobody's going to be sitting there pressuring you. Kind of
9 days.
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly.
Make up your mind. You know, what are you doing? Because that whole area is they're not trying to sell you guns. You can pretty much take your time.
Now, one thing that used to all be fishing stuff back at one time, and now it's phenomenal.
Sure.
That was all boats, but I can understand we got a new headlining sponsor. So
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because I used to go up when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I've heard mixed reviews. I heard people that don't like it because they got rid of, you know, all the knick-knack stuff and, you know, the stuff you could buy. And I also heard that, you know, they got rid of the junk. You know, they got rid of the stuff that didn't need to be there. So
the ShamWow.
For me, it's half and half. You know,
I bought two of those.
It was good at that time.
They
I
saw
got
you
two for
coming.
one.
Yeah, it was definitely good at that time, but it's still good now for me. You know, I had the stuff that I enjoyed that's not there. They've replaced with other stuff that I think is good. You know, it's still just as good. It's different. You know, but I still have a great time. You know, and there's still plenty of fishing stuff. You can, I mean, there's still that fish tank. You can watch any new lure go through, and you know, all kinds of stuff. But
Are you you kind of excited to be a part of the show now? A little bit more.
I am.
Yeah.
That will be.
That's new for you.
That is definitely new for me. A little bit of pressure from Will, but you know,
Peer pressure.
Where's your booth at?
We're press.
We're mobile.
We're considered press.
I'll be looking for
We have a mobile unit.
I'll tell you what, from my perspective, I've been going to the show as long as DK.
Yeah.
Like my
Maybe
dad
longer.
would take me, probably longer, although you wouldn't tell from my hairline. But
Perfect.
wow, calling me out.
well, you called me out first. That's what happens when we get called up to the table late. My point is, but I've also been part of the show, you know, from the vendor perspective with the different archery shops I've been at for years. This is my first show with R2.
Right on.
And my first show where I'm actually going to be paying attention to the fishing stuff.
Yeah, right.
I can't tell you guys how excited I am to pay attention to the fishing stuff. I had no
Wait,
idea.
how excited are you going to be?
So excited.
Can't tell you.
He's not allowed to
can't
tell
tell you.
us.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
So
I was gonna-
Saturday, we'll buddy up.
You'll
We'll have
see.
some fun.
Well, here's what the problem's going to be like.
Yeah, you guys. I'll have. It's your first time together, so like you guys will have to hold hands. I
Yeah.
don't want you guys
The buddy
getting lost.
system.
Do we have like the Siamese twin shirt that we have to wear?
No, but
Will has those backpacks that we have to put on that have like a little leash on them, so we can't get too far away from them.
Perfect.
Bless your hearts.
Now, I'm really, really looking forward to the show to be part of the group, but I've got my own private agenda. I got some
bet.
things to see.
It's kind of every day for you.
yeah.
I see what you did there, and not sure if I appreciate it, but I like it.
I hate you. I love you.
Well, another thing we didn't really touch on is it seems like every year we find like, you know, there's one or two people that we haven't met before that Tyler Dunn's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Last year we never even heard of him, never met him
I
before.
just ran into you guys randomly.
we ran into you and it's like
It's the best story.
yeah, and it's like every year we usually, you know, there's that one or two connections that
It's a
you
love
make
story.
that
Yeah.
That's
Our
right.
eyes meet across the crowded convention center.
You see his long locks just blowing out of the back of his hat, and you're just like, ah. Little
And Kyle,
angel.
that's literally what happened to you and I.
Yeah. Will and I met at the Great American Outdoor Show.
Yeah.
It's like Tinder for outdoorsmen.
Hunters hunting hunters.
Swipe right.
I was going to have to say, I'm going to keep swiping left. I don't know.
What do you know about Tinder, bud?
What do you mean?
Does anybody know? Isn't everybody married?
I read about it.
Negative.
I have single buddies.
Yeah. Tyler Dunn's.
I don't think it's the guide way. I don't know. It's
I heard about it one time from a guy from Canada.
Tyler's married to the sea.
But and then we were talking about, you guys were talking about guides earlier. You know, it's
We were.
Yeah, like my wife's, she's planning a bear hunt. She wants to go on a bear hunt. So she doesn't care about whitetail. She doesn't care about waterfowl. She wants to shoot a black bear. So she wants to shoot it with a pistol, though. So we talked to all the guides from Maine where you can shoot it with a pistol. And then I showed her all the guides from Canada where you can't shoot with a pistol.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. But so like, you know, you get all the options in one room and you can talk to them, see their lodges, you know, see what the personalities of, and you're going to be spending a week with those people or somebody affiliated with those people. You kind of want to get the feel for them.
Paying good money for a week and taking your holidays and traveling up there. You want to know what you're getting yourself into.
So
a good guy to talk to about that is we'll have Kevin Beasley from Canada and the Rough Hunting Show in Canada. He'll be at our booth through the show, and he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
They know bear hunting, moose hunting through the whole country. So if anybody has questions about where to find black bears through Canada on a whole, he's the guy to come talk to.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's good, by the way. Do you see what he did there?
Yeah. Come to Canada.
Yeah.
Tell your wife no pistols.
No pistols.
She'll have to shoot it with a bow. We're cool.
Awesome. No, this is something I can't. I'm just, the more we're talking about it, I'm like Pavlov's dog, kind of starting to salivate a little bit.
Oh, you're drooling. I keep wiping it off my boots.
I can't wait.
But if you can't wait, you can help me out tomorrow morning.
It's long. I'll be at work, but
you will.
I'll be there.
You used to help me out
as soon as possible.
You used to make a point to help me out.
As soon as I can possibly be there, I will potentially maybe help you out. Hopefully, maybe.
It wasn't bad there today. You going tomorrow?
Yeah, I usually set up.
You're setting up tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow
I'll be there
morning.
around 11.
Yeah, I'm going to try and
What's
get in
11?
I said around 11.
I got a bunch of shirts to fold up once I get... My shirts never made it to my house.
He's good at that. He's really good at it.
Yeah, I used to work at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Nice.
Mostly I was a model out front.
I can see it.
But then I found that chocolate cake you were talking about, and
oh my gosh!
And now I just fold the shirts.
Now he's a bear guide. Abercrombie and
different bear.
It's like, I could be a bear guide. They're like, no, you should put something on. I said, okay.
You got hoodies this year, Mark?
No.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
We always buy hoodies.
Yeah, you know we love hoodies.
Next
Crab
order.
cakes and hoodies from Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to replenish whatever I sell at the show. Might take a week or so or a month, but I'm going to replenish what I sold at the show because I just put another huge order in before the show. A huge order for me, and it was a pretty big.
Did you wait for like call him last week and say, I need it for the show?
Well, you want to hear a funny story?
No, I hear him every year.
This podcast was made for funny stories.
Okay, so make a long story
Let's
short.
overrule Will on that one. Go ahead.
I did order last week. They were supposed to be in my house.
Give him hell, bud. Just
it was just a reprint. It was just a reprint.
Easily could have been done. It should be. Nobody else
We
wants.
should have had them to you yesterday. What were they thinking?
Listen,
Nobody
they were
else wants
supposed to be
stuff
in
for
my
the show.
place on Monday. So Monday evening, I get a confirmation of delivery. How did I like the service? I texted the guy right away that ships them out. I said, "What address do you send them to?" Went to my old address.
Oh boy!
So it snowed down here Monday. So they sat out on the front porch of my old house from Monday to Tuesday morning. I got a hold of a friend at Tuesday morning to go over and get them. My buddy rolls up. Says, "Hey, I'm Marc Spagnola's friend. You know, I'd like to get the packages, off the front porch." He said, "Nope." He's like, "Well, I got the tracking numbers and stuff." She's like, "I don't think so." I called my brother, who really wouldn't care if she said no.
Yeah.
And I called a state trooper. He said, it's your property. Go ahead and get it. UPS was scheduled to pick these up. She must have called and said, come get them, blah, blah, blah. This lady starts reaming the UPS guy out. UPS guy gets on the truck. No packages on the front porch. She took him to a drop-off store that's not even affiliated with UPS and left him on this thing. So my friend that would originally went over there, I called him. I said, can you go grab them? And he said, yeah. I had to call the cops and file a report in case they were damaged. So I had
insurance
or just anything.
Yeah.
Because she stole my property.
Right.
And it all could have been avoided, you know.
If you'd have given those guys the right address.
If you would have given them the right address.
If she would have been.
No, I did have. They did have. They just did not.
They ignored you.
Well,
You and I went to the same place. Well,
They were rushing around trying to get the shipment out, and they
Before the
missed-
show, you're like, where are you shipping it? How about to my booth?
Yeah.
I got him in my truck now. Boom.
You know, you probably took like some little league teams, like their shirts are like ruined because you rushed your order.
Little
But
Timmy's got no jersey this year.
Boy, yeah. Bless his heart.
his jersey's gonna be missing the first game.
You should.
ND Design out of Tennessee. Great guys to work with. Check them out.
You should take a
We
page.
do need to call them.
Should take a page out of the playbook from a couple Lithuanians I know, and just have your stuff shipped to some schmuck in Pennsylvania,
Like
who lives near the show,
Ryan.
who will drive them up to the show. Yeah,
schmuck.
I'm a
Schmuck.
But yeah, that was
Keywords.
that was
Schmuck
like
distributions.
cash. You know, that was pretty wild.
Yes.
And I cut the business cards so close that I had to have them shipped to my mom and dad's address.
Come on. Why do you do that?
Hey,
We
Mom.
have all year.
Hey, Mom, there's gonna be some
Why?
business cards showing
Gotta
up.
make it interesting.
Mommy.
Okay, so like, this is the first, and the night isn't. The
Where's your
night's-
booth again?
The night's
Where's
still.
your booth?
Listen, the night's still young.
Mobile.
Where's your
Mobile
booth?
booth.
Just
Every-
remember,
every
he's a
year.
reputable guide. His swag cuts it close, but everything else,
It's fresh. Yeah, it's. I mean,
It
when
will
you
be
buy,
there
yeah.
when they show up.
exactly. That's
Wh-
all that matters.
When you buy it, it's fresh too. It smells like fresh ink.
Yeah.
This happens to me pretty much yearly. Hey, can you get? I need to get a video done. I'm like, where's all the footage?
Funny you said that. Jeff just
Yeah,
confirmation. He said, check your Instagram. I just got some video that, in fact, my wife's
No.
putting it up tomorrow.
no, I'm not doing it.
No,
I didn't
Je-
ask you.
no,
Jeff
Oh,
should.
yeah,
No,
good.
no.
I'm glad.
Jeff
we know
Coates-
you're bigger and better now.
Jeff Coates already took care of the editing for us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
He's a huge fan of the show, and we had him on.
Thinking of you, he was.
Drinking some Crown Royal Black.
It's cool. I was under the gun, crunch time. Blah,
He
blah, blah.
enjoyed it. You know what? Because he had nothing else to do, and
You
he
didn't
just
call me,
wanted to
bud.
hang.
You should have called me about.
I didn't know you did it.
Yeah.
And now, yeah,
I can
he's-
take care of
He's the
footage.
guy. It was
the guy.
Kyle, and now it's David Kyle, and then
There's a Kyle involved somewhere.
and if you don't have a time crunch at all, hit up Phil.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad you're getting your stuff done, though, and it's going to be a great show.
I'm glad you're gonna have swag, Mark.
Are you gonna buy some?
Some stickers.
Maybe. I already have that same long sleeve shirt on you have now.
Did you get the new logos?
Not a fan of the new logo.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
He's like, edit. Can you edit that? Can you cut that out?
But I think both of you guys are going to be at the dinner on Tuesday, correct?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe.
That sounds like a soft yes.
Mark,
Be there.
I gotta check my Palm
I'm off
Pilot.
Wednesday.
Mark, I don't see how a gold
Looks like
level. I don't see how a gold level sponsor could not come to the dinner that they're sponsoring.
Tyler Dunn's going to be there.
I don't.
Yeah. Why would you not want to be there? Tyler Dunn's going to be there.
Come on, Mark.
God, I'll be there.
Come on, Mark.
Yeah, come on, Mark.
All right, I'll be there.
Exactly.
Boom.
Little Canadian peer pressure.
Hey.
Hey,
Awesome.
What-
So
Strange Brewery.
what? Appalachian Brewery?
No, movie.
Strange brew. Yeah.
Strange Brewery.
Yeah, that one.
So yeah, we're going to be at Appalachian Brewing this Tuesday.
7:45.
There's no decision.
Just get there. It's on Cameron Street.
Hurry up.
Just walk down from the show. It's only 6 blocks.
Or run.
I wouldn't walk at that time.
I'd run.
I'd run.
If you're going to do it, I'd run.
Seriously, run.
There is parking.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a lot of parking that's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Like when you find ABC, the Appalachian Brewing Company, on Cameron Street, a half block back from the brewery, there is a huge parking lot. There's plenty of parking. You just got to get off street to get it.
So what normally happens to me when I'm going there is I miss the turn. So while you're looping around, there's a parking lot a half a block away.
Well, if you miss the turn, so you're coming from the show toward ABC.
Yep.
If you miss the turn, you're going to come to a red light.
Yep.
That's Market Street. You hang a right on Market Street, take your next right. That's 10th Street, and now you're in the parking that's behind the building. So I don't want to get too local for everybody in Harrisburg.
Oh, you just did.
I know.
Sounds like you.
Who's picking me up?
No, Harrisburg.
Yeah, the parking lot I park at for work is Caddy Corner.
Take it easy, Randy McNally.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know a guy.
I'll get you there. Just text me.
Awesome. Guys.
Does everybody have his number?
Just text Ryan.
Yeah, you can hit him up on his social media.
Just find me at Pass Through Archery on Instagram.
Just DM him.
Yeah. Or if you send me a Facebook friend request, Ryan Madera.
He only accepts ones from Russian women, where he only has 0 mutual friends, though.
Mostly.
Clears the schedule for them.
Since he's been hanging out with his Lithuanians.
So
that'll cost me $30 extra.
Guys, this has been great. Mark, where can they find you?
In the Outfitter Hall, 6122.
How about on the internet and your social media properties?
Instagram is Dusted Dawn Bowfishing. I have a Dusted Dawn Bowfishing page and a Maryland Waterfowl page. They can check me out there, or Marc Spagnoia on Facebook. Shoot me a message, give me a call. All the information's on
Sure.
there. And like I said, the websites are dusteddawnbowfishing.com and marylandwaterfowl.com.
Very cool, Mark. Ty, how can they find you up in the Sioux?
Up in the Sioux? Well, I'll be at the Go Fish Ontario booth, which is in the fishing hall, just down from the tank. We're in the 2500 hall, or row, sorry. I'll be there every day. We have other guys there that are switching out hunting and fishing. But
look for the hockey hair.
I'll be the hockey hair.
Tall.
Angels will be singing. His hair will be flowing. Can't miss him.
If you want to get in touch with me, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tyler Dunn Guiding. Facebook, same thing. And I'm actually on Snapchat too, which I kind of do more behind the scenes type thing. Like tonight, I got a bunch of stuff from tonight on Snapchat and lots of stuff I do, setting up the booths, rigging for tackle, guide trips, stuff like that. It's all on my Snapchat.
Yeah, you crush your
Drinking
social
beer,
media.
stuff like that. But my Instagram and Facebook, that's totally guiding, fishing, professional stuff. You want to get some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that I don't let everybody see. Snapchat, that's the way to go.
Right on.
That's T-Dunn, 1984. But get a hold of me on my website.
Yeah, it's all a good follow. I mean, if you're looking for big fish, you want to see big fish.
Yeah, you want to
jump on Tyler's.
Here's the thing. So we were out ice fishing the other weekend, and I was jacked up because I caught 3 trout. Okay, limit is 3 trout right now, and I was all jacked up. Caught some 12-inch trout, and Will sends me a link to like whatever you guys caught through the ice that day.
Oh, that was my guide trip, those Blake.
Yeah. Man, he just pissed in my Wheaties. I was big chested. He just popped that, right away. So, but yeah, it's a great follow.
Yeah, man. It's and I'm not just promoting myself with all my stuff. I work with the province of Ontario, the government. I'm promoting fishing all through the province in Canada.
Very good.
It's I just love to promote the area we live in and fishing and the people and the tourism.
We've said it before. How many bodies of water?
400,000. That's just in our province alone.
Yeah.
Well, both these guys are great follow on Instagram, anything social media. Will, where can they find us at?
You can get us at www.ruttenriverpursuits.com.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just search Rutten River Pursuits. You can find us on YouTube at Rutten River Pursuits Podcast.
Follow us individually.
Boom. You can also find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Castbox, and Google Play.
Yahtzee.
See ya.
Pow, boys.
Deuces.
Peace.
So yeah, it's 3 hours to go see Captain Mark. It's more like 30 to go see Tyler Dunn.
But yeah, Tyler, they already have you booked. How is that? I mean, they must really like you because they got you guys booked.
We do some special things up in Canada
Yeah, I
for
bet.
boys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys.
Oh, that's good.